Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to create a really amazing project using React. So if you want to create a project using React, you're at a correct place. We will be creating a API tester application. That means we will create a website where we can enter a API endpoint and we will be able to see what the response is. So it will be very similar to how Thunderclient or Postman actually works, and it will be the simpler version of them. There won't be any complicated thing at all. So even if you are just the beginner and you have just learning React, then also you can watch this entire tutorial and it is going to be amazing. I'm going to open source this project, so after watching the video, if you want to improve the project, then definitely you can create the pull request and together we can make it even more better, right? So after using this app, if you think there are some issues, you can create issues as well, right? So if you want to directly get the code, then you can check out the description. I have given the link, and if you want to make it with me right now, then let's get started and create this project. So first of all, what I have done right now is basically I have created a React app and have named it as V API to make it quite simple. I have just added a command create React app, and that's it right here. And now I'm going to use VS Code, which is one of my favorite code editor, and we will be writing the entire program right here. So the very first thing that I need to do is basically just see what there is in app.js, because that is the main file, right? So here I'm going to remove few of the things. So let's remove this entire thing and let's see how exactly it looks like. I'm going to create a JSX fragment and we'll keep it empty as of now. And if I look at the output again, this is entirely blank because we don't have anything inside it right now. Now, the very first thing that I want to tell you is like, what are the things that we will be using here? So I'm not going to use custom CSS because it takes a lot of time, and it is not only about time. I just want a very simple layout. So I will be using Bootstrap here. You can go to get Bootstrap. The one, if you don't know Bootstrap, then no issues at all. I will explain you like how exactly it works. We get components, we get class here, and we can use them directly in our program. And we can easily connect it with our React application as well. So I love Bootstrap a lot. If I want to create a very basic website where I don't really need any complex animation or something, so I will be using Bootstrap for this particular tutorial, right? So let's do one thing. I'm going to first of all connect the entire React application with Bootstrap. So first of all, I will go to introduction and I have the CDN links. So I'm going to copy this entire thing from here and I'm going to put it in my index.html. So let's see, here we have index.html. I'm going to remove the comment because I don't really need them. So it will make the things more clear and more understandable. And I guess I removed this. Okay, great. And I will remove this comment as well. So the very first thing, after title, I'm going to paste the CDN link of CSS. And here, instead of writing React app, I can simply write V API, right? So now after this, I have to add the JavaScript CDN link as well. So I will copy this and I will paste it directly right here. And I think this is fine now. And we have already established connection between like Bootstrap and our React application. So I can use class names now. I will close index.html because I don't think so. We just need to get into that again. And now we have to work entirely into our app.js component. I'm not going to make it complicated by making multiple components. We'll try to keep it simple and we'll do the entire thing right here. If required, I will create more components as well, right? So let us understand like what is the requirement. If we want to test any kind of API, if you look at like Thunderclient or basically that we do have in VS Code. So if I go here and I guess I have Thunderclient right here, I can basically click on new request, and the moment I click on new request, you can see that we are able to see this different options right here, and we can basically enter the URL or API endpoint here, and we can click on send, and we will get the response right here on the right side. What we are going to do is we are going to simply create an input tag, and we will give like different options to select like get, post, put, or delete, and we will basically like we will also allow the user to see the response as well, right? So let's see how we can do it. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to simply create a form where user can enter these values. So even before that, let's take a navigation bar from here. So I will be very quick and I'll take a nav bar here, and the nav bar, I want a very simple nav bar. So I guess I can take any of these nav bar. Let's take this one and I will paste it on the top. I don't want anything at all as of now. So one more thing, like if you will paste here, you might need to change few things. For example, class to class name. As you know, we don't write class in React. Instead of that, we use class name. And also there are some other rules as well. Like for example, we need to close input tag and so on. So what you can do is there is a very interesting tool which is HTML to JSX converter. and I use it a lot. So this is basically transform.tools, and okay, I did something wrong here. I will go back, and here I will open HTML to JSX converter. So here I can basically paste the entire program that I just copied, and it got converted into JSX format. I will copy it and I will paste it right here. And just after doing this, I will get the entire, okay, let me format the document. So I have uh, formatted the document. Let's see how exactly it looks right now. I got navbar here. Instead of writing navbar, I will write v API at this place. And I think everything seems fine now, and I don't have to add anything at all right here. And now I will be creating like input tags to take information. I have to create a drop down list for sure. Let's see if we have anything here on Bootstrap. So I'll say like drop down, and yeah, so this is drop down. This is drop down button. I basically want a form. So I will get into like this form component. So there is a section of forms in Bootstrap here, and I can see there are so many things that we have right here. I'm just trying to find out whether we have any drop down thing or not, because like if we want to test any API, then we need to do this, right? If you look at this, we want this drop down list. So this is what I'm trying to search on Bootstrap. If we can get it easily, then it would be like a lot easier for us to proceed and like create the entire thing. Okay, let's see. Otherwise, like I may need to create it manually as well. Okay, we have this select thing, I guess. So this is what we have here, and these are the options. So this is what I'm going to put first. Let's copy this entire thing, and again following the same procedure, I will go here, I will paste the entire thing, I will copy it from here, and simply I will paste it in my program. So after navigation bar, let's create this structure for the entire website. I'll say like dot container. So the reason I'm creating container is because I want to create rows and columns, and in the very first column I am going to paste this entire select option thing, right? Let's save this, and also I need to format it. I want to set this format thing automatically. Okay, wait a second. So here we got this option, right? So here what we are going to write, I will be writing this as get, which will be the default value. Then we will have post, and then we are going to have put, and then delete as well. Let's copy this one more time, and here I will be writing delete, right? So I guess this is fine. And also in values, I don't think I need this particular thing. That means like numbers. So what I will do is, instead of this number, I will simply write value equals get, and for the second one I can write post, and so on, like the same thing, right? So post here, then put right here. Let's do this. So put right here, and then finally delete at this particular place. So I will write delete here, and that works. So I will save this program, and now if you look at this, we got these options. And here, instead of writing open this select menu, I can simply write get here, I guess, or I can simply write select method. Anything is fine, I guess. So select method, and yeah, this seems fine. So I can select any one of these values. What I guess is here we can basically write, okay, as of now let's leave this right like this. And now after creating this first column, the second thing would be to create one more column, and in that column I'm going to put the input tag. So I'll say like input dot form control, and here I'm going to take the URL. So like here I will take the URL, and I think the division should be like 2:10. I think will be fine. So I'll say like this, call to here, and this. Okay, so this seems to be great. I have given like 2:10 ratio here, and now I will put placeholder as well right here. So I can simply write placeholder should be and I can write enter URL, I guess. So let's see how exactly it looks. So enter URL. Okay, so there are so many things that got added. I just want to write enter URL. Okay, great. So let's see. Yeah, this seems perfect to me as of now, and I guess yeah, this is fine. Now after giving these two options, which is like get, post, put, delete thing, and here enter URL, now we have to show, we need a button as well, right? So I guess I can create a button at the very end. That would be like great. So is there any input tag which do have button at the very end? Let's see. We might get it in input group or somewhere. So yeah, something like this. I guess this is what we can actually use, right? So here, this is the second division. I will be using this one instead of what I have used right now. So I will paste this entire thing here. I'll copy it and let's paste it there. So instead of what I have written here, I will paste this, and let's see the output again. One more thing that I want to do right now very quickly is basically I want to change the setting and I want to make it format on save, because I just got a habit of formatting the document the moment I save it. So now what will happen is, like, the moment I save this program, it will format the entire document. Okay, great. So here what I can do is, instead of writing this random thing, I want to basically write, okay, where is placeholder? Here I will say enter URL, right? So enter URL, and I guess this is enough. We don't even need this button add on to. Okay, well, here what I can do is, let's remove this entire thing. I don't think so we need it even more. And type is text basically, so this seems fine. And at the place of button, I think we can click on send, right? So send request here. So I will write send at this place. So this seems to be fine, I guess. As of now, we have created this. So select method, then enter the URL, and then send. The moment I click on send, then I want to show the entire information right here at this particular place. Let's see how we can do it. So I'm going to collapse the column right here. I will collapse the column here as well. I'm just creating the UI as of now till this point. After this, I have to do the entire implementation as well. So I'll create one more row. Inside this row, I will have a column, and I know here I have to write OW for row. Okay, great. So inside this column, what we can do is, we have to basically show the response that we are going to get from the API endpoint. And let's see how we can handle it. So first of all, we need to create multiple use state values here. So the use state which we need is basically, first of all, I'll say use state snippet, and here we can write method. So method is one of the things, and here I will write set method. So let's make this M capital. So we have set method, and initially by default I will put the value as get, right? I need to import the use state, so let's quickly do this. And now I need to create one more use state for URL. So I'll say use state snippet for URL, and I will set the URL as well right here. Okay, so if there is any kind of confusion, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely answer. Let me remove this entire thing from here, and yeah, this seems fine. So I created a value for method and then one for URL. I need something for body as well. Okay, so basically, if you look at Thunderclient, if I go here, you can see that we also get an option to write something in the body, right? So we need to, maybe like we need to add that option as well, which we are going to definitely put right here. It can be blank as well, but let's see how it goes. So what I will do is, here first of all, after these rows right here, I'm going to create the body. So I need to take input. Let's see whether we have a bigger input thing or not. So let's get into layout, and in layout I can basically try to find out this. I want basically text area. So let's see whether I can get text area or not. I want a bigger text area where we can write, okay, something like this. I guess this would be like fine, which we have right here. So I will quickly copy this entire thing. We'll go to this converter, paste this entire thing here, copy it, and I will paste it right here. Let's see how exactly it looks. I'll go to V API again, and okay, great. Instead of writing comments, I can basically write body here, right? So let's write body at this place. So this looks even more better. And if we want to put any content of body, we can put it here. Okay, great. So this seems to be fine. Nothing can be better than this, I guess. And now I will show the entire response just below the body. So for that, I will be creating one more row. I know I'm creating a lot of rows here, but this is how I like to design the layout. So I'll say dot row, and here I will basically create the column, right? So again, for some reason it is not getting perfectly auto completed. Well, now in the here we are going to show the response, right? So I was creating the use state, and now I will write use state, and here I'm going to create body, because we need to send the information for body, and I will use capital B. If you're wondering like what kind of auto complete suggestion I'm getting, it is basically a AWS code whisperer thing. So I'm not using it right now, so let's keep it empty. And okay, great. One more thing would be the response. So I will write const response. Okay, let's use snippet here, and use state snippet, and I will write response at this place. So this is what we have as response. I guess I can remove this entire thing from here. Great. So as you can see that I created like all the required things right here, and I don't think so I need any other thing at all. I have submit button as well. Everything seems to be perfect, and let's see like what next we have to do. One more thing I want to do right now is basically here for this, I need to assign a value, right? So I will say like value equals, and I will be, I'll put value as like this method here. So I'll say like value equals method. And yes, I want this on change thing as well. So this works to be perfect. So if you're wondering like what this on change is, so see, understand one thing. I said, so I have a use state right here, and this use state will act like a variable and the value will be stored inside it. So if you said like the value of the select is basically the method, then in that case, if you are trying to change the value of this option, like the select thing, if you're trying to select any other option, then you need to change the value of that use state. And that's what we have mentioned right here. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not. So by default, if I refresh, by default, it is going to select the get method, right? So I guess this is fine. If I click on select method, then it won't work, but oh yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, this is going to be work perfect. This will work perfectly. The same thing I have to do with this as well. I will select the second, open the second column, and this is the URL thing, right? So here I can simply write value equals URL right here, and I have to do one more thing, which is on click. So I'll say on click. Let's see, on click. Oh, no, not on click. I have to write on change. Very sorry. So on change basically means I have to change the value of URL. So I'm changing the URL, and I'm putting something else right here. So basically, if you might think I'm too fast if you're just new to React, right? And you might think like I'm too slow if you have like a good experience in React. But the thing is, if you get any kind of doubt or any confusion at any point, you can leave a comment and I will definitely answer it. Also, if you want the source code, I am going to put it on GitHub. I will make it open source and I will paste the link in the description, so you can access the entire code from there as well. Up to you. And after doing this, I have to create a on click method definitely right here, and we'll do that later. But for body as well, I need to do the same thing. So if this is body, I need to write value equals body, and then I need to do the same thing. For example, on change. So on change will be set body as this. Okay, great. So I think this should work now. I will scroll down, and here I have to show the response. Now the next thing that we have to handle is, let me collapse all the things. So this contains body, this contains the entire request thing. So let me collapse this row. So we have like 3 rows. Here we are going to show the response. Now I have to create a function that is going to change the that is going to handle this submission thing, right? So I'm going to, okay, so it says const send request and creating a sync method. So I guess, yeah, we can try this one, and it should work. So basically we are sending, we created a function with the name send request, and we are trying to fetch the URL with the method and the body, and we will get the data in return, and we are converting it into JSON format, and then we are putting that we are like converting it into the, we are putting it into the response use state, and after converting it into the string format. Let's see whether it works or not. So I do already have few of the um, right here. Okay, so basically, if you look at this, I have an API which returns basically music, I guess. Okay, so if I click on send, then okay, I'm getting the response, right? So I should copy this entire thing. I will go back to my website. I will paste it here, and I'll click on send. Nothing is happening right now. Nothing is loading. Let me check the thing here. It says that default value or value props select. Okay, so I need to change the default value somewhere. Let me check where exactly it is. I'll press Ctrl F, and there is somewhere default value written. I will remove this default value from here. We don't need this default value, so that was creating the issue. I'll go back and let's see again. I will refresh the entire page, and let's, okay, so again it says this default value thing. Where exactly it is default value? I don't think so there is like any default value now. I'm going to remove this as well. I don't, we need this. Okay, so now if I refresh this page, I shouldn't get this error anymore. It says use the default value or value props on select instead of setting the selected on option. Okay, so let me check what is the issue. So here if there's some issue with the select tag. I have written value equals method, and then we have this on change thing. What this is trying to say, it says use the default value or value. Yeah, so that is what I have done here, right? So value equals method here, and then we have on change. I don't think so there's any issue at this particular place. Should I remove this option which is on the very top? I don't think so. Okay, so that seems fine to me. Let's paste this link here, and I will click on send. There's no error. I may have got response, but the problem is I'm not like basically I'm not able to display it right here at this place. Okay, the reason is quite simple. I need to write a response here. So in curly brackets, I will write response, and I will save this, and let's see whether it works or not now. So I should get the entire response right here at this place, just below this. So I'll click on send again, and nothing is happening as of now. Okay, no issues. So what I will do is right here I will quickly display the data. So let's do this. I'll say console.log data in order to check what the value of data is, and then I will click on send again. Okay, there's one more issue I guess I need to handle here, and that is when I'm sending the request. Here I have written body, right? So in body it is like basically sending the empty string. Is that a good thing? I mean, uh let's let's not send this body as of now. We need to handle it like in some way, because I'm not even getting console log here. Okay, so maybe like I'm not calling the send request. Okay, I'm doing a lot of mistake, and this is due to the code whisperer that I'm using, because it suggests the things automatically and then I mess up the things. Well, what I will do now is I'll search for button. Let's see where my button is, and I don't know why I have given this much of space to this Thunderclient thing. Okay, let's clean this entire thing now. Okay, so we have this button, and I'm going to write on click here. So on click, and I have to call the button which is send request. Okay, great. So this seems to be fine now, and let's see what happens. If I click on send, I guess I got something as response. I guess this is an error instead. It says HTML call back. There is an issue. Okay, so failed to execute fetch on window. Request with get slash head method cannot have body. Okay, so it says cannot have body. Okay, so I have to remove this entire thing from here. Let's remove this as well. So I'm just specifying the method, and let's click on send again. So okay, I got the response. It says like error code 400. Okay, why is it saying error? Let's click on send again. Okay, I got the entire response. Okay, this is great now. So I got the response basically, but I have to display it in a better manner, right? So this is not looking that good. So what I can do here is I can simply, so when I'm writing like stringify, let's see where I am writing stringify. Here I can pass few more things. For example, after data I can say null, which is basically a callback function, which we don't need to put right now, but the spaces here, the indentation I can put as 2, so it will format the entire thing maybe, and it will look more better. Let's see. I will click on send, and it should display it in a better manner. Like for some reason still it is not displaying it in the better manner. Okay, so we are converting this data, and why is it like that? Is it because like I need to write data.data? Let me check. Is it because I need to write data.data? Is that true? Here, no, I don't think so. Here, okay, I'm changing the value of set response. Okay, like there's something wrong. I got the tracks here, but I want to display the tracks in a better manner. How can I do that? How I can display this? So I guess, well, for the very first thing is it is working. Like you can actually check your API calls here. Let's try to search for like random joke API free, and let's see whether we can get a joke API from somewhere. If we can get a joke API, we'll see like whether, okay, so let's try this one. So here I'll copy this entire thing up to random, and I'm going to paste it right here at this place. So let's paste this here. I will click on send. Okay, so I got the response, but the only problem is this is not looking good. I have to make it slightly more better. And this is not fine. So basically I'm writing json.stringify, and then data. This seems okay. So we got we got response, we converted that response into this JSON file, and then we are specifying this, right? Okay, so no issues at all. At least we covered this much of thing. This as you can see that we created basically a program where we can actually call the APIs and we can get the response easily. I'm going to make it even more better for sure, and I will put like more functionalities into it, right? So this, you can assume this to be as like the first part of the video. If you want second part, you can definitely let me know, but I'll try my best to put the second part as well as soon as possible. Here this seems really good to me. I guess it is working actually, but there are a lot of things that we can improve here. So this is the very first part of the video, and you will get the second part soon where we will make it even more better and we will fix the issues as well. So for example, here we can have a like copy button and we have to format it, and then we have to display it. So there can be a lot of things which we can improve here. Let me know if you want the second video in the comment section, right? So that's all for today's session. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new today, right? And let me know like what other type of projects do you want to create, so that I can get a better idea of like what kind of audience are viewing my videos. Okay, bye.